So hello again. Let's continue on. We're going into from Ardha Padma Paschimottanasana, which had 22 vinyasas. We now move into Trianga Mukhaikapada Paschimottanasana. So takes a half a breath just to say the name of its next posture. And this is a posture where we just fold the leg back and reach forward. So it's another variation of a forward bend. I'm going to ask Helen to come in. So again, we're looking at the correct vinyasa movement. Some people jump straight into it, but in actual fact, Pattabhi Jois said, Sapta, inhale, jump to a seated position, Dandasana. Come to 7th position of Paschimottanasana. So Dandasana. The exhalation then is to fold the leg back. So you bring the leg back and reach forward and hold this, as I said, hold the side of the feet. So that's the exhalation. Inhale, still no vinyasa count, shoulder blades come back. So you bring the shoulder blades back. It's going to bring the heart forward, but at the same time, you're extending up. So you're actually trying to create a back bend, trying to create this length here, which is actually going to stretch your hamstrings. It's going to activate the hamstrings, which is a great way to extend your hamstring. That's all we need. Then we come to Ashtanga. So now we get this feeling of throwing up. The lower dantian comes in, the Surya Namaskar, the eyes go down and the head comes forward. And as you can see, again, the shoulder blades are back. So we're pulling from the shoulder blades to go forward. And yet, if we are holding the feet and connecting to lower dantian, the tailbone will go down and the chi is going to flow along the back. So it's very simple posture. Folded leg back. Want both sitting bones down. An adjustment that sometimes will help and give space would be to put your fingers on somebody's knee and say push forward. And as it pushes forward, it creates a little bit more space in the groin. If somebody's having a little difficulty to get down, Helen, there's no problem for Helen here. So this will be 5 breaths. And then another, come up and following the hands up. Exhale, stay there. And then dasha, you release. Bring the feet back, lift them. Yeah, we'll show you that how to jump back that way in a moment. Mm-hmm. Inhale up. Exhale, Triodasha down, and then Chaturdasha. We come through and do the left side. Okay. So same thing, we'll look at it from the left side, the leg folds back. You can get a feeling of pushing the knee forward, which will release the groin. You lift, holding the feet again, lift, lengthen, try and shoulder blades back, which helps to create the back bend. And then lower dantian in, up, and then folding forward, the eyes going down. Fairly simple posture. After 5 breaths, inhale, shoulder sha, come up. Exhale. So let's in the jump back, look at what Helen did. I'll get her to change legs. She can do the right side again so we can actually see this movement. So the way you can do this is how she's going to do it. Just put the hands down and then lift up. I would personally, that worked. Mm-hmm. I would personally put the hands a little bit further forward. Okay. So I'll get it to come down. So I put the hands a little further forward, then lean forward, push on this foot and straighten the leg. So this leg straight. If you can do it, so go back to the way you were before. Do the way you felt comfortable. Okay, she had her hands back and then did it. So she pushes down and she comes up, and so she's on the top of her toes as she comes up. Oh, yeah. So the toes are heels lifted. This leg now can be longer than the other leg. So she straightens this leg and lifts up, puts the weight on the hands, and this leg slides through. And she has, so now by being on the toes, there's space for this leg to go through. So that's where you create the space to go through, and then you jump back. So it's that's how that works. Okay. So okay. So I'm going to get her to sit down. So if you're having difficulty, like many people do, they come in and they can't go down because of a knee or hip, whatever it is, you can always use have this block here. You put a block down and put both sitting bones on the block. So that will help you and give you a chance to get a bit more space So you're going down with square hips when you're going forward. Okay, so that's an option if you're sitting up too much, and the height can vary to whatever height you need. So it might be just a little part of a blanket, or it might be a wooden block, depending on how much you need. So be aware of that. Again, in Ashtanga, many people say in Ashtanga there are no props, but I'll use props if it's to avoid an injury. So if you're doing it like this and trying to go forward, you're actually creating more problems for your body. It's not worth it. Better to put a block and be safe, keep your alignment. The chi and everything can flow very nicely. Go out of alignment, you block chi, strain muscles, strains bones and ligaments, joints. So better off to use a protection, which could be a block. As I said, to come up, I put my hands forward and then put the hands back. I lean forward and then press on the foot. And you can see now that one leg is longer than the other. And that gives space for this one so it can jump back. So, Trianga Mukhaikapada Paschimottanasana. Thank you. Sweet.